ECOWAS keeps the West standing, the hidden hand saving Europe. But Africa does not know its power. A bulletin board commentary. They say Africa is poor. They say Africa needs guidance. But those same voices sleep in palaces, built from African minerals, fueled by African labor, and stabilized by African submission. The people don't know. They were never shown. Because ECOWAS keeps the curtain closed. Not by accident, by design. ECOWAS is the West's final defense. A leash disguised as leadership. A handshake that steals fingerprints. When Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger broke ranks, the ground didn't tremble. The illusion cracked. The West didn't retaliate with tanks. It panicked through press releases. It whispered through diplomats. Because the nightmare was never an invasion. It was the unraveling of dependence. If the people wake up, then the empire falls asleep. Not with explosions, but silence from the servants, who always held the ceiling up. ECOWAS doesn't represent Africa. It represents what the West does for Africa to stay. And here's the madness. The least respected, most overlooked region could tip the scales. Not by war, but by trade. By saying, we'll settle in our own currency. By saying, we'll call justice by our own name. By saying, we fear no drone when our soil speaks louder than your threats. China and Russia couldn't crack the West in decades. But Africa could crumble it in weeks. If ECOWAS wasn't guarding the illusion. The real strength isn't in the generals. It's in the ones who were told to stay humble. But humility breaks when hunger meets history. This isn't speculation. It's the horror of the system. The hunted are stronger than the hunter, but have been taught to flinch before they even see their own weapon. When Africa sees ECOWAS as camouflage, not shield, then the empire will stumble, not from rebellion, but from the quiet scream of truth finally spoken. And somewhere behind closed doors, America watches, not with swagger, but with silent hope that ECOWAS never wakes, never sees its own grip on the sword. Because once the hand holding the weapon recognizes itself, the empire it was unknowingly guarding begins to tremble.